Right, well, I finally got my pistons back from the machine shop. They had to go back again, so they did make it deep enough, but there was a chamfer in the corners, so the ring still wouldn't quite fit. So, got one in, already tested it, fitted it, checked it moves, so we're going to do one for the camera. So what you want to check is that the gaps are not all lined up. So we'd have the top compression ring, that side, the other one 90 degrees, and the oil ring somewhere in between it. So I got disturbed then. So yeah, rings are all gaps 90 degrees apart on the compression ring, and the oil ring off, and makes life so much easier to have a piston ring compressor. So stick him on, crank him up, probably teaching some people how to suck eggs here, but that's in, bearings in, covered in assembly grease. Right, I've gapped all the rings, and I have marked the pistons up. So I was going to put this in 2 then, but no, this is number 3. Tweak that a bit. There we go. You don't see that? Yeah. Get your rubber mallet. Hold your compression tool down. And just tap them in. Easy as that. Now, let's flip the engine up. So now, if you can see, all of me fucking head's in the way. Slide him down onto the crank. Yeah, you can just about see that. Just double check I've got the right cap a minute. Yeah, so I've got the right cap. These are, they've got a flat ground on them with a stamp on the cap and the rod. If you put the wrong ones on, it's going to kill your bearings pretty much straight away. And obviously make sure you line the flats up on each side. Choose that side. Slot the cap on, get these started. And throw fucking tools on the floor. There we go. And we can't quite see that on camera, but the bearing kit from CHG came with new locking tabs. So these go on. See, there's a bit of a gap on that side. They go in a certain way, so it sits right against there. Once you've torqued the app, kink the end over, and then you're going to come off. So that one wants to go that way. And that one that way. Right, where did I throw my ratchet? These will be torqued up. I'm just pinching them up for now so I can get all the pistons in, check the engine still spins freely. So that's pinched up. Fuck off. Getting back over. And now grease that on there. Turns nicely. A bit hard to grip without gloves on. So I'm not going to film me doing the rest of them because, like, you've seen it once now. Like I said, I did gap the rings first. I was going to film it, but to be honest, I forgot because the engine in the Reliant that's currently in the car is very slowly dying. So I need to get this done. But anyway, I'll show you some more once I get a bit further. There you go. That's all 4 pistons in. And turning over nicely. So next job, we flip it over, torque the big ends up, and knock the tabs over. Torque spec for these, according to the Haynes Book of Lies, is 29 Newton meters. Not much at all. You still your little fucker. There we go. Now rotate the crank so I can get the other 2. I'm just going to go over and give them another click, just so I'm sure. Yeah, that one went a little bit more then. Alright, torqued. So now the next job is you just bend the end of these little tabs up with a hammer and a screwdriver. I'll do one and then you'll see. That's one we can get out easily. Let's go for that one. Yeah, a bit awkward to get out, to actually knock them up. Right, let's try something else. I'll get it going with a pair of pliers. There we go. On the tripod. So yeah, that's all you do. You just bend the little tab over so the bolt can't actually come loose. So I'll get on and do the rest of them. There we go. That's the tabs bent over, locking tabs bent over on all 4 cylinders. So that's me cranking that all in. So I think the next job is probably clean up any oil and grease off the front. Put the front rear covers on. Plates, I mean. Actually, probably the first one is going to be the rear main seal. So I'll clean that up, get that stuck on there. Well, that's the rear main cover on. Brand new seal in it. Rear mounting plate fitted. Give that a spray up so it looks a bit nicer. What I'll now do is get the front one on. At least I got something stable to stand the engine on them rather than it balancing on bits of wood because of the oil pump drive. And then, what's next? Probably putting the lifter buckets in, cleaning the top up, get the head on, get the timing set up. Yeah, I think that's about it. That's the front mounting plate now on. I've got new gaskets front and back. I stuck them onto the covers with a bit of RTV and put a smear on the other side to stick them on. Just makes me feel a bit more confident, even though it is new gaskets. So next job, I've got going to get the cam gear on. Yeah, the timing mark is literally that little slit there. And if I remember right, I'm going to double check this. That lines up with the keyway on the crank. I've got a new timing chain marinating in as oil. Unfortunately, the only one I could get, or the only ones that are new in stock, have got a split link in them, which I'm not really a huge fan of. But I also don't fancy putting an old one on that I've got lying around, so that's going to go on for now. Once they're back in stock, I'm going to probably switch it over and put a solid chain on it. So I've got to find the right bolts to go in here. Problem is, I've stripped apart so many engines, I've got a whole collection of fucking old money nuts and bolts. It's finding the right ones. Something to mention, you can quite easily put this on 180 degrees out. Because yeah, there's only one timing mark on it. Wherever it's gone. There. Fucking idiot, phone's in that hand. On that side. So what I'm doing, as you can see, there's a shadow mark on the back of this where it's been sat in a cam previously. So I'm going to line it up with that keyway. Line the timing marks up. And obviously check the cam, it's in the right place, check the valves are going to be in the right place once it's open. But I'm pretty sure that's going to work out how I want it to be. But yeah, be careful, you could put that in 180 out. There we go, that's the timing chain on. So you can see, keyway there, a little mark on the cam. Bent the tabs over, I have to tighten these up. There's no torque spec as far as I can find. But they ain't going to come loose. I had to double check the rotation, that these run in a clockwise direction, because obviously with the split pin, the round bit needs to go towards the direction of rotation, same as a motorbike chain. So it's spinning the other way. If for some reason something caught it, it would pop that clip off and you'd be kind of fucked. But that'll do for now. That's like 9:30. I'm hungry and cold. That's what I can do next is get the head on, get the timing stuff set. Then I got to rebuild the gearbox. And then that's all I can do until I pull the other engine out. Because the other engine's got a pretty much new oil pump on it, which I want. The sump on the other engine is better than any of the spares I've got. I also want the fuel pump off the current engine, because I want to fit that before it goes in the car, because it's a fucking pain in the arse to do it in the car. You've only got a little piddly bit of room. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now.